Workout of the Night is presented by BitMEX, the most liquid crypto coin trading platform, which offers up to 100 times leverage with industry-leading security. BitMEX. Alive.
You're not advancing.
At the same time, you can go to like the Bay Area and go to some artisanal cheese shop and ride around your electric car, and you know what I mean? It's experiencing that on Earth. Simultaneously.
Yeah, it's just purely what's available.
And what minds.
pillow. This shit is, it's almost reaching the end of his lifetime. Oh man, that good old wake and bake. Ooh, that wake and bakey. Wakey bakey, motherfuckers. That's not actually
You see, now Verizon lets you make some extra family member plans like you mix
now
flavors, so
I
you get
have
what you want without
to
paying
tone
for
this
it.
commercial out. But it's not actually a wake and bake for me since I've been up since about 4:30. Oh, and I'm out of bud. Fuck. I have to get more bud today. Damn, I didn't smoke that much. I just got this shit. Damn, Trap. We need to slow up a little bit on that monkey. No say tu fumar mota. No fumar mota. It's muy malo. Malo, yes. No malo. Mota is bueno. Grind it. What? I say what happened to the song? I turned this shit down because the commercial's on. Oh wow. If you look close at the still frame, this picture right here for this beat, it's two hands, and one of them has a paper, and the other hand is not like even weed, it's just flowers. It's like they're literally rolling up some flowers. It's hard to tell, but that's two hands. The one at the bottom is holding like a rolling paper, and the one at the top is dumping like daffodils in there or something. What is that, a buttercup? It's a chrysanthemum. How you say it? I can't even say that shit. Chrysanthemum. Because I'm grinding. Because I'm grinding. Oh boy. I be grinding. I'm grinding. Yeah, I got a new favorite. What's up? Yeah, I got a new favorite painting, bruh. Boy, I done put about 65, 70 hours on that piece right there. That's my new shit, bruh. I swear. I'm loving this. I probably don't even paint today. I probably just sit here and admire this fucking piece of art that's sitting right there already. Yo. Just look at this bitch for a couple hours today. I still see, like I might sweep that background again. And I used a really big brush So I use this brush right here to put that, to get those big strokes on that black. But I think the bristles, I can still see a lot of brush strokes in there. So I'm thinking, I don't normally use this brush for oils. I normally use this brush just for my acrylic paints. Yo, thanks, bro. But this is really soft. I mean, real soft. And it's nice and wide. So I think instead of, I probably could have used this one. You can see like no oil is on it. This shit is still like the original color. I've had this brush for years. And that's because I don't dip that motherfucker in oil paints. But this, that shit is all dyed and faded and looking rugged and shit. But I was thinking about using this brush and going over that black and like trying to lay down some more of those brush strokes. It's not terribly bad. It's just I can see this shit. If anybody else looks at it, you probably wouldn't even notice it. You know what I'm saying? Your mind wouldn't even register that shit. But I'm looking right, like here is real bad, and like here, this little section right here, I just want to feather that shit out real bad, yo. Like I just want to do that shit. But I don't want to use this brush. And I don't know. I don't have another brush that's fucking wide enough. I need to get more. These are like the two biggest brushes I have. And I was thinking about picking up like a couple more big brushes. I don't use them very often. I really don't. You can see all the little fine details. I don't need this fucking brush to paint that shit. It's just that when you do need them, motherfuckers come in handy. The motherfuckers come in handy when you need that shit. Just like anything, it's just like a ratchet set. If you ain't no mechanic or nothing like that, you ain't using no ratchet set every day. But it's good to have a ratchet set at home, just in case. So when you do need to unloosen a bolt or some shit, you got the fucking tools you need. I don't give a fuck what a man knows. You can't do shit. You can't use none of your knowledge unless you have the proper tools. If you ain't got the tools, I don't give a fuck if you know how to change the goddamn car tire. You ain't got no lug wrench and no jack. You ain't changing no fucking tire. Point blank period. I don't give a fuck how good you can paint. If you ain't got the right brushes, that shit ain't gonna... See, you can kind of see that shit right there. Those brush strokes. A little bit. Like, I can see that shit right there, man. That shit need to be flat. Like flat. And you can even see that spot right there. You see how dark it is right there? That one streak. That shit is like right here. I can see that shit plain as day. I need to lay that shit down. You going down, black. That shit shiny, boy. That shit wet, boy. That shit wet. Like you know that perfect gift that God gave, man? That shit wet like that. You see? You see all the bright white highlights here? You see this blue section? No white highlights. I missed that. Now I gotta paint that shit and make it look like that. Cause that looks different. That blue section right there looks different from this blue section. Slippery. That shit slippery. Slippery when wet. Don't slide. You might slide right into it. I tell you, that shit, just like that, the best gift God ever gave man. That shit wet. What? Wet? How that shit get wet like that? Damn. God, you knew what you was doing, ain't it? I know. You're God. Had to paint like a couple hundred small dots and then come back and paint a couple hundred even smaller dots on top of the small dots and then .com. Not that Black Magic. Yo, that's the shit, son. Yo, my uncle used to use that shit back in the day, and that shit used to be like oily, bruh. But as soon as that shit hit the tire, oh boy, ain't nothing like that Black Magic tire shine. God damn, motherfucker talking about Armor All, man. Fuck that Armor All. Spray some of this shit on your tire. But that shit look like a mirror. You got a goddamn that Black Magic, man. That shit look like a mirror. What the fuck kind of tires you got? Magic tires. Yeah, my uncle had a motherfucking a 1990. No, I think it probably been like a 88 or 89 Toyota pickup. Man, he had that shit painted like a burnt orange. Had that shit lowered to the ground, man. Low rider had the leather button down cover on the back of that shit, yo. Had some the hammer rims on that bitch, and goddamn, he'll be out there squirting that goddamn Black Magic on them tires. Put that Black Magic on them tires, boy. Oh yeah, that shit right there. Bruh, I can't wait to hang this shit in the goddamn gallery for the first time. Nope. Stay still, camera. Yeah, the first time I put this shit in the gallery, bruh. That's the thing though. The demographics where I live at, spray that shit on the motor. Damn. That shit shine everything. Yeah, the demographics where I live at is too white, honestly. So no matter how beautiful my art is, like nobody ever really buy this shit. Nobody around here buy this shit. Oh my God, Travis, that's amazing. That's outstanding. Your details are superb. You gonna buy it? I don't want a painting of a little black girl hanging in my house. My neighbors might see that. And I get it. I understand. I just gotta try to figure out if I should move to a different city, yo. Like somewhere that'll be more prosperous for my art. You know? But where the fuck do I go? LA? I can't afford that shit. New York? I can't afford to live in New York. Honestly, I don't even think I can live in fucking like Florida or fucking Atlanta. Real Housewives of Atlanta. That shit expensive as fuck to live down there. Yeah, my fucking Jonas. I'm white and I buy it. I saw dudes, your paintings. I don't know, man. But a lot of artists, a lot of older artists, even tell me the same thing. It's like it's your demographics is where you're at, you know. And my mentor is a white dude, uh, from Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? This is a white dude from Philadelphia. Now Philadelphia is a mixed city. It is really mixed. It's like a little Manhattan or something. You know what I'm saying? Philly is really diverse, but um, it still has its university areas. It has its very very affluent neighborhoods, and there's a lot of fucking money in Philly. And like I say, my mentor told me like when he got out of school and started painting, he painted for years living in the city and couldn't sell a fucking painting, yo. And his shit is dope. And he paints white people, you know what I'm saying? And it's like he said I couldn't sell this shit in the city, yo. Nobody wanted my shit. He said him and his wife moved to Virginia, a little small town in Virginia. Motherfuckers down there saw his shit, yo. He said he can't paint fast enough. He said, man, when I moved to Virginia, I had over 200 paintings. I had over 200 paintings when I moved down here. It was like, as soon as these people saw my art, they started eating that shit up. Eating that shit up. He said he did a series of old muscle cars, like 60s and 70s muscle cars. And he has an international gallery in the UK that exhibits some of his art every once in a while. He says every time he sends a muscle car painting over to Europe, like they eat that shit up. He's like some reason they love these old American Fords and shit like that. You know, the old goddamn Dodges. He's like every time I paint one of them motherfuckers, they buy that shit. And so I just think it's like I just need to find my niche and somewhere that's a demographic that's actually catering towards the type of art, and it has, you know, a viable economic or thriving economy, so I can goddamn people won't be so hesitant to spend money on art. Yeah, Texas. I was actually listening to a black photographer from Austin, and he was talking about how the art scene in Texas is starting to be revitalized. Some old Model Ts. I've tried to paint everything. I've painted old cars. I've painted several cars and uh, landscapes. You know, different kind of sceneries, different kind of still lifes, animals, and I don't know. I just like painting people, yo. A lot of people think portrait artists aren't real painters because all we do is paint people. But whatever, yo. I like painting people. My favorite artists are portrait artists. You know what I'm saying? Norman Rockwell is one of the most famous American artists ever. You know what I'm saying? Of his generation, of prior generations, and even now, like Norman Rockwell is a household name as far as Americana and art goes. And he was a fucking portrait artist. You know what I'm saying? You got the one dude, I can't think of the one dude name. What's his fucking name? The guy, and all he does is paint like cabins and all these picturesque scenes. There's always a log cabin in the woods with a waterfall or a water mill or some kind of like dreamy, just perfect looking scenery. What the fuck is this dude's name? I mean, you know, but anyway, that artist, that's the only thing he painted was like landscapes. And then my man Bob Ross, he did the same thing. He was just like a landscape painter. But he made a major career out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Had a very lucrative career out of painting with Bob Ross. Yeah, Ross is the fucking man, yo. You know what I'm saying? That was when I brought my first paint set. I brought me a Bob Ross starter paint set. Oh, this ain't no little book, bruh. That's a book, son. Yeah, this is a book for you. I say one of my favorite portrait artists ever. Painted for the Saturday Evening Post for like 32 years. Man was doing the paint in a week. Oh shit, I got some special. I just found me a special surprise. King Tut's treasures at New Orleans Museum of Art in City Park. Hours Monday, closed Tuesday, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Somebody was in New Orleans getting the dates for the King Tut exhibit. Yeah, Rockwell is my dude, yo. I got some of those, you know, the commemorative saucer, like little plates. I actually have those. Like some Norman Rockwell plates. Yeah, one of the best portrait artists ever, son. Rockwell was the fucking man, yo. Motherfucking got a horseshoe. They having a fucking horseshoe contest. Who make the most horseshoes? Everybody got 5 minutes. Go. You know what I'm saying? Just normal shit, normal everyday stuff. No extra postmodern impressionism and surrealism. It's just regular shit. Motherfuckers making some horseshoes on the anvil. You know what I'm saying? Breaking the fourth wall. This dude looking at the camera like, hey, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? I love this dude's shit, yo. Love this shit. And then people like, why don't you paint famous people? Man, fuck that. I paint everyday people just like my man Rockwell did. Oh yeah, those commemorative plates. Yeah. Now, I'm not far from his Wayne the Jockey. I'm not far from his museum. I haven't been yet, but I do plan on going. He has the Norman Rockwell Museum is in Connecticut. I think it's in Hartford, Connecticut. I don't know, probably before the summer is out. I might ride out there, walk through the Norman Rockwell Museum for a couple hours. Yes, I kind of did a tribute to that painting. This is one of his most famous paintings. It's the triple self-portrait. So this isn't a triple self-portrait, but it's a double self-portrait. But it's still like, I don't care. If somebody paints themselves painting themselves, I always think about Norman Rockwell. That's the most famous one I can think of, is Rockwell's. Him painting himself. Well, him looking in the mirror painting himself. That shit is fucking crazy. It's a triple self-portrait on one fucking canvas. Man, there's Norman Rockwell everything, yo. You know what I'm saying? When you look back at the fucking, like the 40s, like the 30s and 40s, the Coca-Cola advertisements for Santa, the ones that had Santa Claus drinking Coca-Cola, that was Norman Rockwell who did that shit, yo. Norman Rockwell was the dude who made Santa Claus drink Coca-Cola, yo. Yeah, this is from the Dank series. Dank. Everybody got a bong. Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong. The gamer got a bong. The painter got a bong. And there's a third one of a businessman. Even the businessman got a bong. And they all smoking dank, 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 the dank, 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 the dank, dank, dank. It looks nice, but is it art? I mean, what is art? Is this really art? This looks like some ghetto scribbles. This is some hood trash. You know, what is art? But is it art? Dank, 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 da dank, dank. Some ghetto scribbles. It's like gas art. I've been watching fucking Power. My man put me on that shit, yo. Like I said, I ain't never watched that shit. I just started watching it like last month. But in like the past couple weeks, I don't watch every episode of that shit. So now, oh shit, I got paint on my hands. I'm about to touch my bud, put paint on my bud, and then smoke that paint. Yeah, but anyway, so I'm all the way caught up on that shit. And last night, well, I got the Fire Stick. My man, I was like, so when the new episodes come on? He was like, Sundays at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I was like, all right. But he was like, yo, if you got the Fire Stick, you can just watch that shit any time of the day. As soon as it's Sunday, they already go ahead and throw the new episode up there. You ain't even got to wait till the evening to watch that shit. So I watched that shit yesterday, the newest episode. And they got your boy motherfucking Kendrick Lamar on that shit, playing a crackhead. Yo, he played his part. But I gotta look at the credits again for that episode and see who directed that shit, because there were several things in there that was like really, really distinct and unique for that episode, and it must have been a different director who said, well, let's try this and let's try this, and it kind of worked. But you notice, like I said, I done seen every episode, and I noticed they just did like things that they've never done before, like certain camera tricks. Even Kendrick Lamar's character is like more exaggerated than any other characters that's ever been on the show. You know what I'm saying? And they really haven't showed like really, really strung out junkies or anything. And I guess that's what the type of person he was trying to portray. But his character was really, really like really over the top. If that's how it was written and that's how they wanted it, I guess, you know, however many takes they took, that was the final, you know, cuts, and that shit made it to that show. So if that's how they wanted that shit to look, it was a really, really different fucking episode, which made it kind of weird, but it was still pretty good. It's just, I don't know, Lamar's character was fucking weird as shit, like a weird, over the top, goddamn philosophical crackhead. Like it was weird as shit. It was like, and he's sitting around watching. He's helping this guy set up these murders so he can benefit from it. And then his character just kind of like walks off. It's like, what the fuck? This motherfucker just helped somebody kill these motherfuckers and got a little come up out of that shit. He said. And there's like two scenes where he said some profound shit, you know, coming from a dirty, raggedy looking crackhead character. Then he says something that's kind of enlightening, and you're like what the fuck? Oh yeah, I'm on the PlayStation now. Yeah. So it's weird. I don't know. That shit was acting weird for a couple days. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with it. My girlfriend's, her system went down yesterday. No, day before yesterday. Like, cause like I said, we got two PlayStations downstairs too. Like in each cat corner. Our shit is dope, yo. Like I got my little corner, then my girl got her little corner. I got my TV. My fucking PS4 Pro and Xbox One, and she got her TV and all her shit set up. And I'm sitting there playing a game. I'm playing Ghost Recon. And I look over and like she's like, "What the fuck?" And her system signed her out of the fucking network. So she tried to log back in. That shit would not let her log back in, yo, like for a while. And then she's like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm over here playing the whole time. I was like, Well, it's not our internet because I'm online playing. I don't know what the fuck, but she could not sign back in the PlayStation Online for the rest of the fucking evening. Yo, I even tried to put my account on her system and sign in on my account. That shit wouldn't even let me go through. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with your shit, yo. But she kept getting this fucking maintenance, goddamn error. That shit was too funny, yo. Yo, Exile, what's up? Yeah, the pros, yo, the PS4 pros. I got 3 of these motherfuckers. We had, you can tell the difference because it got 3 stacks. 1, 2, 3. The regular PlayStation only has 2 stacks. But this is the three tiers on it. And so we had 2 PS4s. We had them shits pre-ordered when they first came out. So we had 2 PS4s. And then Sony put out the fucking pros, and then I was like, fuck that. Well, we had 2 PS4s and 2 Xbox Ones. Man, we stopped playing Xbox One like in the first 5 months. And them shits was just sitting, bro. I swear to God, them shits just sat there for like a couple years, like 2 years. Literally, I swear to God, bro, literally. I ain't turned my Xbox One on for like 2 years. And then the PS4 Pro came out, so I was like, fuck that. I took my PS4 and I took my Xbox One. I traded that shit in, and I got the fucking Pro. And then my girl got jealous, and because we had just upgraded both of our TVs too. So then she wanted to upgrade her Pro, so we did that shit. I was like, yo, trade in your 4 and your Xbox and get the Pro. She's like, I'm not trading in my Xbox. I'm keeping my Xbox. Bitch, you don't even play the Xbox. It don't matter. Alright, so she just traded in her 4 and paid the difference and got the Pro. So now we just got... So we had 2 PS4 Pros and the Xbox One. But I was carrying my PlayStation from downstairs up here so I can stream. I used the PlayStation to stream. That shit was getting aggravating. I always got to disconnect everything, bring it up here, connect this shit. And so my girl, she was just like, fuck that. She just got me a console to keep in the art studio. So basically, like, with this shit, I don't play no games or nothing on this shit. I just use it for streaming. That's my streaming hardware. You know, and it's pretty fucking cool. You know, but this one right here been giving me issues for some reason. Like, my sound was fucking cutting out for a long time. And I went to go see if my warranty was good on it. We didn't get the extended warranty, so I don't know what the fuck was going on with this shit, but I gotta do like some weird ass finagling shit to make the sound work sometimes. Yeah, that's what my other homie say. Is like, yo, the servers were down for some people. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was weird how they did that shit, but it, you know, just a portion of the community couldn't sign on while other people were still playing. Cause we were talking about that shit on the game last night. And my homeboy, he said him and one of his homies was going through the same shit. Because they live like 2 blocks from each other. And he was like, he was playing online. And his homie 2 blocks down the street called him up like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with PlayStation? I can't get on. I haven't been able to get on for like 2 hours. He was like, nigga, I'm playing the game right now. I don't know what's wrong with your shit. But I'm playing right now. He's like, word, man, I cannot sign on. Da, 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 da. And the same thing was me and my girl. And we're in the same fucking house. In the same house, and I was playing and she could not play, yo, like for the rest of the fucking evening. And she plays Elder Scrolls Online, and she missed all her prime gaming time, like that evening shit when most of them people be on that shit. And she run, bro. Like my girl on her days off, like she a gamer. She'll put 8 hours, like in a stretch. In a stretch, bro. I do the same thing sometimes too, like. Just get up, get all my chores, everything done. Get everything done I need to get done, like all the important shit. And she'll do the same shit, man. She'll get up, clean up, run out, run errands, pay bills, come back, cook, and all that shit. But when she sit down, oh, bro, it's done. When she get finished doing shit and turn that game on, bro, just go ahead and give her like 6 hours. Like say on the weekends, on some Saturday night shit, man, she'll do that shit for fucking 8, 9 hours. I swear to God, I remember one time, yo, I had to work Saturday morning. I got down, went to bed about 10 o'clock. Went to bed, my girl was playing the game. But I got up for work at 4:30 in the morning. I woke up and everything, get ready for work. Yo, my girl was still playing the game, bro. Damn, girl, you ain't go to sleep. She look at me, she's like, huh? What time is it? I'm like, bitch, I'm about to go to work. She's like, huh? Is it 4:30 in the morning? I was like, what the fuck, yo? Yo, she stayed up all night, bro. She stayed up all night. Man, fuck the Xbox shit, bro. I swear, man. I don't even fucking... I got State of Decay 2. That was the last shit I got. And I really got that shit just to make myself turn on the fucking Xbox. I mean, I saw the previews of it. The shit looked good. I was like, okay, State of Decay, Xbox exclusive. You know, all right. Let me get the new zombie game on that shit. And it's fun. It was kind of fun. But it's weird, like the Xbox online community, these motherfuckers weird as shit. Like nobody don't want to talk to each other. Nobody don't. You try to jump in servers and play with people, man. They don't want to like really cooperate and co-op games. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I played that shit for like 2 weeks, and my Xbox been off for so long that my gold membership ran out. So I couldn't play online with people. So I was like, man, fuck that shit. The zombie game fun, but it's funner online. And I was like, so I haven't even played that shit in a minute now. And like, what other fucking exclusives they got? Xbox ain't really got shit. Don't really got shit. They ain't even put out no Fable for this whole generation, yo. Like, Fable was my shit. I had the Xbox 360. I played Elder Scrolls Oblivion. But I played Oblivion on the 360, I know I put like 300 hours on that shit, bro. I played Fable, bro. I know I racked up hours on Fable, man. That Gears of Wars, man, 1 and 2. Oh my god, Gears of War 1 and 2, bro. But I put so many hours in on the Xbox 360. But this generation, man, this Xbox One S, it started out with that Titanfall. That's really why I got that shit. That Titanfall had me hyped. That shit was trash. Then I had Sons of Rome or some shit. That shit was trash. Then I had the other zombie game, Dead Rising. That shit was trash. What was that? Dragon Quest or there was one alright game on that shit that I had. But hell, that shit was on PlayStation. It wasn't like an Xbox exclusive. Like I was like, man, fuck that shit, yo. That shit is. That's what I'm saying. It's just, I don't know, man. That shit is Xbox. That shit pissed me off. I honestly think Microsoft needs to give it up. Like, just build gaming PCs or something else. If you want a gaming department on your entertainment section, just they need to stop it with the motherfucking consoles, Microsoft. Y'all shit suck now. You know, so I don't know what the fuck is y'all thinking, but it sucks. And if you are an Xbox fanboy, you know, that's all I can say, man. Y'all have noise. I remember that Quantum Break. That shit looked fucking good. I remember that shit, like it was like some slow motion, some time reversal type shit. But I ain't even picked that shit up. I was like, man, fuck that shit. That shit is gonna disappoint me. I know that shit. Cool tats. I did all these myself. This is the only tattoo that I had someone else do on my wrist. But this is my first tattoo. I did this shit when I was 16. It's supposed to be a dragon. I did all my tattoos with a stick pin. So essentially what you do is, I could show you, but I can describe. You take a needle, any kind of needle. I always use a safety pin. Get the real big safety pins, fold that shit out, right? So it's a point. take a lighter, burn that shit, alcohol, clean it, supposed to be sterilized. Then you get a thread, right? Just like sewing thread, a needle and thread. You get a thread and you wrap the thread around the tip of the fucking pin so that only the very, 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 very tip of the fucking pin is sticking out of the thread. That just enough that if you poke it, it'll poke your fucking skin. You know what I'm saying? But you only have like a fucking little millimeter of fucking needle sticking out. And you wrap that thread around the tip of that pin real good. And then you take it and you dip it in some ink. You should always use like felt ink for felt tip pens. There's a certain brand that is completely organic dye. It doesn't have any lead or toxins in it. And so you dip your threaded needle in the ink. The thread absorbs the ink. And then the little tip of the needle, when you poke yourself, that ink goes right in your skin. And that's all you do. You just draw your shit on there and fucking poke until you fill in the lines. But so I did this shit when I was fucking 16. That's a fucking 17-year-old tattoo. That was my first ugly ass dragon. I was all into the anime and Japanese culture, so I had dragons. And then this right here says shadow skills. This is the only tattoo that I had someone actually go over. So I did the original shit myself. I really put that on myself, and they faded just like everything else is faded from over the years. I was like, oh, so I just met a guy. He had a gun. I was like, go over my tats for me. So he went over those, darkened those in. Got the fucking the cross. I don't know. All this shit is my teenage years. I was so weird and confused about shit because I'm not Japanese. I don't know why I have a mythical creature that never existed on my arm. I'm not Japanese. I don't know why I have this. I fucking hate religion. So this right here was a big mistake, having some fucking cross. And then the HNIC, which stands for head nigger in charge. Why did I put that acronym on myself? Describing myself as a nigger. Because I was young and dumb. So learn from your mistakes. Don't cover them up. So I'm not going to cover them up. I'm going to just keep everything I got. But it just lets me know, like, the mindset I was in, how I used to think, and, you know, how I think differently from how when I was a fucking child, basically. Oh, and a girl's name. So, yeah, all my tats are basically fuck. Got a bunch of fuck shit. Got a bunch of fuck shit tats. Are you Japanese? No, I'm not Japanese. Are you a Christian? No, I'm not a Christian. Are you a nigger? No, I'm not a nigger. Do you still date that girl? No, I don't date her anymore. Do you believe in dragons? Yes. Have you watched the Game of Thrones? What the fuck? Invader Zim.
Hey, Pops. I got you your usual. You need to run off?
Yeah, plenty of time. Here's to making your morning routine a little better.
Get a sausage McMuffin for only $1 on McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
dwelling on the past and all the regrets and mistakes, man, you'll never move forward and achieve nothing new, man. I say, did a bunch of dumb shit, put a bunch of dumbass tattoos on myself. Don't make no goddamn sense at all, but hey, you gotta overstand that shit. Keep educating yourself. And if you're the same person you were 10 years ago, if you think exactly the same way you did 10 years ago, then you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta grow. Always gotta fucking learn something new, man. And by growing and learning, you know what I'm saying, your perspectives will change. And when your perspective change, your outlook on the world changes, and your outlook on the world is your reality. And so once your outlook on the world changes, then you change your sense of reality. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole process to that shit. But you'll never get anywhere if you keep worrying about the little shit you fucked up on. That shit is in the past. Get over that shit. Go ahead and learn from the mistakes, you know what I'm saying? What a motherfucker say, I always win. No, he said, what he says? It's not always win. I never lose. It's either I win or I learn. You know what I'm saying? But I don't lose. I'm not losing. I'm going to win or I'm going to learn something. You ain't missed a lot of nothing. Chiefy. Oh, damn. I dropped my light. That shit was like one of those domino effects. Dropped my lighter to make the other thing fall. That shit hit down right there and made something else fall. What the fuck? Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, man. This paint right here is so hot. I might take a break today. I said that shit earlier. I might just sit in here and just look at this motherfucker. I don't even feel like I need to paint nothing today. I should. I probably am going to start painting something today, but I don't feel like I need to. I have accomplished something here. You know what I'm saying? This shit right here, this is something to brag about. Do you see this? If I had a collar on right now, I would pop that motherfucker. I'm going to pop an invisible collar. You know what I'm saying? This shit is so nice. I had the ability to pop an invisible collar on that shit. Have you ever done that? That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? I don't even feel like I need to paint today. Yo, MJ. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'm in here just bragging a little bit, that's all. It's weird when another artist comes in and hears me bragging. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, I only feel like I need to paint today, man. You know, I'm good. I'm all right for the day. I get back on it tomorrow. I deserve a break. I wanted that shit finished yesterday, but I was in this bitch. I did a 5-hour session, took a break. I did about a 4-hour session, took a break. And then the last one was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I came in here, did the black on the background, and sat in here for a minute trying to get a nice picture of that shit. I was in this bitch all day yesterday. I wanted that shit done yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And they is still something I just caught right there though. I missed a little piece. I missed a little something. I gotta fix that shit real quick. Thanks. Man, this shit right here is I'm proud of this shit, man. This I think this is my new favorite painting. I worked on that shit for a long time. Been working this bitch all month. You know what I'm saying? Working that bitch for like 4 weeks. It look good though. Let me matter of fact, let me do this one little piece. Matt, that's what's up, bro. Hold up, camera. Hold up, camera. I'm on that Yondo music, boy. Hold up, now. Whoa. Oh, my God, damn. Why the toddy, my damn it, my whole damn thing just fell, boy.
The Color Revolution.
Exile, come on, man. Come on. We already know you racist. I ain't think I had to say it. Boozy, what a doozy. I ain't think I had to say it. You know, I thought it was a given. I left one comment, I only said one thing, and these motherfuckers called me racist. You must have said something that was true. Most people confuse truth with racism sometimes. It's hard to distinguish if you're not properly educated. You know, I can see that happening. I too, myself, have left comments that were called racist. But in actuality, I was stating a fact, not an opinion. I stated a fact. Hey. You can't tell people that shit, man. That's racist. That's not. Motherfucker, that's not racist. Oh, you racist, bruh. That folks ain't racist. Oh, most black people. But you, that person on YouTube even know it. That dude on YouTube even know it. This motherfucker is racist. Oh my God. Don't come here with your racist comments. We're just trying to have a simple debate, and you always want to throw in the black card. Nobody called you a nigger. I'm just saying. Everything isn't the white man's fault. It's the Democrats always trying to trick black people. And etc. So funny. Racist ass. It's compliance, man. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? If you look up Tim Wise is not racist. If you look up Jane Elliott is not racist. Those are the type of white people I feel who aren't racist. If you as a person who is considered white, and you know this, we know who you are. If you fill out an application and you put Caucasian or white, okay. If you understand that there is a problem of racism in this country, and you actively speak out and engage in conversations that are intended to come to some type of rectification of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we figure out how to solve this? And if you're actively spreading information in the attempts of educating others, and so that we can really solve this problem, or at least make it aware to all communities that things need to change, then you're not racist. But if you're just a white person and you say, "Oh, I'm not racist, I don't see color," but you don't actively talk about it, you don't actively engage in conversations, when you see people in your own community, in your own family, in your own places of business or wherever, when you see these actions and are hear racist conversations or comments, if you don't actively stop those, if you don't step in when there are no black people around, when there are no Mexicans or Arabs or Indians around, and it's only 7 white people, and 3 or 4 of them are talking shit about niggers and this and that and chinks and spics, and if you say, well, I'm not racist and I don't see color, those are the moments where you should step up and prove that you're not racist and help educate the ones among you that you know clearly are racist and biased or whatever you want to say, you know, and then you're not racist. Until you do that, I just consider all white people to be racist. It's like, you know, and I date a white person. Trust me, I know how this shit works. I'm on the inside, you know what I'm saying? I see the inner workings of this shit. And my girlfriend, she's only dated black dudes. And so she knows how this shit goes, especially being a white woman, and the criticism and the side eyes and the nigger lover comments that she's gotten her entire life. You know what I'm saying? She grew up in the fucking late 70s and 80s. The hip hop era, she say she just always loved black men, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's just her thing. And so it's real shit, yo. There are racist white people. Almost every white person is racist. Even if you say you're not racist, if you are not actively helping to end racism, to educate people on the real systemic institutional problems, not just, fuck you cracker or fuck you nigger. Okay, that's some dumb shit. But to understand the inner workings of power, control, government, and institutional racism, if you don't actively educate yourself, your own community, speak out about it, and then you're upholding the system. Silence is compliance. You're complying with it. Exactly. Like, once again, my girlfriend's white, dude. Been together for 6 years. I've never, like, it's not in her. You know what I'm saying? And she understands the nigger and nigga. And trust me, yo, I thought she was fronting for me. The first time we went on the date, I honestly thought she was fronting, bruh. I thought she was fronting. She came, she picked me up. I got in her car, and she's listening to The Lox. No lie. Like, she got Styles, Sheek Louch, and Jadakiss playing. And not just a song, like the album. She had the whole CD. I'm like, this bitch come pick me up. Come on. Really? I'm like, come on, white girl. You ain't got to do extra, you know, come pick me up listening to some hardcore gangster rap and shit. Like, that ain't impress me. But then, like, the next time she came and got me, she was listening to some fucking, like, the Jadakiss album. And come to find out, she just loves the fucking Lox. She has all of their shit, you know what I'm saying? She has all Jadakiss shit. She got all their group albums. She got Styles P album. And I come to her crib for the first time, and it's like, I look at her music stack, and it's nothing but, like, Mary J. Blige and Mariah Carey, and it's like she don't listen to no white people music, yo. She just don't. It's fucking DMX and Tony Braxton. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? That shit is crazy, and that's just her personality. You know what I'm saying? It's just who she is. But like, once again, even though like out of all the hip hop and everything she listened to, like even when she rap a song, she won't say the N word. You know what I'm saying? She just don't use that shit. She just don't. And it's not out of respect for me, or it's out of respect for herself. You know what I'm saying? She don't say that shit. No, nigger doesn't mean ignorant. Ignorant means ignorant. The English language is old as fuck, son. This is what people don't realize. The English language is old as fuck. Yeah. Ignorant means ignorant. Nigger means nigger. There is no substitution. That shit ain't got no fucking no other substitution for that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we are a part of, once again, the classification of Negroid is our phenotype. The Negroid. That's only one group of people. Negroid, nigger. Same thing. It doesn't mean ignorant. Everybody can't be a nigga, y'all. Trust me on that one. We know this. But at the same time, like I even try to stop using the word because it's so ingrained in our speech pattern. You know what I'm saying? Just the way we talk in our communities. But can you imagine like Dr. King and Malcolm X sitting around chopping it up like, yo, what's up, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, just a few generations before mine's, the thought or concept of calling one another by that name was almost idiotic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you do that? Why would you disrespect yourself and your fellow brother like that by using that term? You know what I'm saying? And so, once again, if nigger means ignorant, then you'll be reading Shakespeare and Charles Dickens and all these other classical stories from hundreds of years ago and have white people calling each other nigger without the presence of an African being around. And it's never happened before. It's not. The nigger was not invented until the white man brought a slave to this country. There was no niggers before slavery, before American chattel slavery, that is. There has been slavery for thousands of years. And throughout the entire history of slavery, there's never been a nigger. There's never been a nigger. There wasn't a nigger until the American slave trade, and they created the nigger then. So it doesn't mean ignorant. That's a poor argument. Don't ever use that again. Don't ever assume that, and don't ever tell anyone else that again. It makes no sense. All right. Like I say, once I finish these things, I'll sit and look at it for like a couple days and always do this right here. Like, oh shit, I really didn't paint that part. like just this little section right here didn't get these last little bit of rich colors on there like that. Did it make a big difference? Yeah, it did. To me, yes, it makes a fucking huge difference, bro. Can't you tell? You can't see the difference in it? Man, look, man. It's called details. That's what I do. You know, that's what I'm here for. I'm all about the details, baby. I'm all about the details, baby. Take that. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I'm all about the details, baby. Need to come together like butt cheeks. I don't know about that, bruh. Because when I hit it, I separate butt cheeks. I try to spread them as far apart as they go. My bad. I probably really shouldn't have said that just now. Hope ain't no kids in here. Hey, kiddies. I was just joking about the spread the butt cheeks. You know, just joking. Man, shit. When I try to run for president in 2045, my YouTube video is gonna fuck me up. He's racist. Look at his YouTube post from fucking 2018. All he talks about is the white man this, spreading butt cheeks. This man doesn't deserve to be president. Ooh, 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 spread those butt cheeks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Need to come together like butt cheeks, man. Now we get down like 4 flat tires. Yeah, matter of fact, my girl was listening to that shit the other day. That I swear to God, y'all come downstairs. She's listening to. I can't even think of how the song goes now. It's Mariah Carey and Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm like, yo, old ass, what the fuck is you listening to? She's like, I still like this song. I was like, oh my God. Bone, 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 bone. Meet you at the crossroads, you don't be lonely. Meet you at the crossroads, so you don't be lonely. At the crossroads, you don't be lonely. Meet you at the crossroads, so you don't be lonely. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I gotta miss everybody. Hold on. And why they get my Uncle Charles, Charles, it was wrong, but it was wrong, it did that boom wrong. Ooh, gotta hold on, gotta stay strong, baby, leave, what did they come? Bone got so you can lead on, hey on. And we pray, and we pray, and we pray, and we pray. Every day, every day, every day, every day. And we pray, and we pray, and we pray, and we pray. Meet them at. Wait, you don't think I'm gonna run for president? Man, get the fuck out of here, son. Yo, vote for me, Prince. I'm the Prince. We gonna have royalty back in the White House for real this time, yo. Start a monarchy in this bitch, yo. Vote for Prince, yo. Vote for the Prince. If you want royalty in America, you know what I'm saying? You'll put me in the White House. A real black man. I'm not no mulatto, man. I'm gonna be the first black president, not the first mixed president. Sorry, Obama. Sorry, Obama. I blame it on your mama. First black president. Well, I'll be the second black president because, what his name? Thomas Hanson. Thomas Hanson was the was the black president of the Continental Congress, which was the ruling body of the United States before the federal government came into existence. He's the only black man that's on a piece of money right now. If you get a $2 bill and look at the back of a $2 bill, you gotta look real close, but there's a black dude on the back of that shit. Black dude on the $2 bill? Ain't no such thing as a $2 bill. There is a $2 bill and a 50-cent piece. I went to the damn store, gave the girl a 50-cent piece. She looked at it, she said, "What is this? Bitch's money." How old are you? 17? God damn. I went to another store one time, I had a small face 20. The girl looked at this, she said, "What is this? Bitch's money. How old are you?" I ain't never seen no money like this. Really? Damn, I mean, I'm old as fuck. Damn, I feel I'm old, bro. Motherfucker don't even know what old money look like. Bitch say, "Shit, what is this? It's a 50-cent piece, bitch." What school you go to? They give you that Common Core shit. Oh my God, they brainwashing the children. Lord, they can't count. They don't know the money. Jesus. Oh man, I seen this funny ass video. I had to post that shit on my Facebook, y'all. And y'all know, like, I don't really be posting like funny shit on my Facebook. My shit is mostly serious, like educational shit. I try to be educational all the way around. I'm pretty thorough with that. But every once in a while, need a good laugh. And that shit was funny as hell, bruh. Damn, that shit had me fucking crying the first time I heard that shit. That shit was so funny, bruh. I had to post that shit on my Facebook. Am I studying or working? I'm working, man. I got a job, man. I'm a hard working man. Yeah. Nah, I never went to school, man. I'm old as fuck. I need to go back to school. Shit, I'll be 40 in a little while. I should have took my ass to school, man. Yo, check this video out. Where this shit at? Yo, this shit funny as hell. Yo, wait a minute. What my sound with?
I'm sorry, my bad. My bad.
Yo, she pregnant. Got the pregnancy test.
Do me a favor. Hand me my tea right there. Only thing I forgot to do. I'm sorry, my bad. My bad.
Needing Cyborg with the physical strength of Kunitskaya.
Where my tea at?
I'm leaving! God, no! Please! Where you got that from a joke store?
Did I get it from a where?
Did you get it from a joke store? Did you get it from a joke store?
No.
Wait, did you, what, you got a blue marker? You got a blue marker? You got a blue marker? You got a blue marker, where's that? You fix this. Fix it! Jesus!
A goddamn ad. Never too late to go back? Yeah. I hated school though. I dropped out in 11th grade.
Fix it! Turn!
This
Really?
motherfucker blowing on it.
Really?
Bang!
Really?
Bang, is this real?
Yes.
I thought your AT was here.
No.
What the hell?
Really?
Wait. Oh, Lord, my chest. My chest. Is you serious? Did you do this with a marker?
Yeah, I did that with a marker.
Oh,
Yeah, I did it with a marker, baby.
Oh,
Boy, I ain't do that with no dirt marker.
You serious?
Yes!
Serious?
Yeah.
Baby, old. We old. We can't be doing it. We're not doing it no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Don't ask me for nothing. No. Don't wake me up. No.
Boy, you got me choking.
I'm sleeping with long johns on.
Damn.
Oh, babe, is you serious?
Yeah.
Where did you get this from? Did you borrow somebody's pregnancy test?
Really? You loud.
Babe,
Babe.
what we gonna do?
What you mean what we gonna do? We gonna do the same thing we did for the last 3.
Oh, baby, just, oh, Lord, diapers.
Oh, Lord, diapers.
No, I'm not.
Oh, Lord, she's serious.
My side. Oh, my side.
Oh, my side. Oh, my side hurt. Oh, my God, my side.
What's wrong with you? You sure it ain't reverse?
Okay, so they do have a line on this side saying not pregnant.
No. That is not for that. Do you see that?
Oh, Lord, they got a cross. Oh, I see the cross. I see it. God damn, the plus sign. We about to add another addition. Oh.
He wasn't ready.
Oh, Lord, I'm 38. I'm about to be 39. Hey, what is you laughing for?
I'm laughing because you is hilarious.
Oh, my God, my side.
Yes, I heard.
Oh, my patellum is just...
You don't have a patella.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we about to have a patellum coming soon. God.
Damn.
You all right?
How long you knew this?
Charles, I just took it like a few
Was
minutes
this from
ago.
last night? That was quick.
No. I cannot deal with you right now.
Oh, what we gonna do?
We gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right.
You gonna be all right?
We gonna be all right.
Is this real? I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Did you get this from a joke store? Babe, what we gonna do? The same thing we did for the last 3. Nigga, I'm old. I'm 38. Like, Kevin, I'm sleeping with long johns on. From now on, don't wake me up. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing it no more. How long you know? I just took it a few minutes ago. Damn, this from last night? That shit was quick. Yo, this nigga went off for like... Yo, he went off for like 10 minutes, yo. Like 10 minutes, dude is just like, yo, you really pregnant. For real. This ain't no joke. Did you borrow this shit? Is this from a joke store? Did you write on this shit with a blue marker? You got a blue marker? You got a blue marker. Did you fix this? Oh, Lord. Diapers. Oh, my God. Yo, this nigga is stressing. Yo. We gonna be all right, but at the end, that's what he said, that we'll be all right. Shit, got 3 of them. Just add one more. Just crumb snatching. Motherfucking shit. Yo, that dude went. I'm 38. I'm going. He gonna be 60 after this. Damn. I'm 38. I'm about to be 39. And about to have another kid, 39 years old. You got a 1-year-old. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm 37. I don't want no more kids, yo. My son 14. I'm good, bro. A baby right now? Oh, diapers. Oh, Lord, my side, my patellum. You ain't got no patellum. Shit, we about to have a patellum coming soon. Shit. Oh, my God, bro. I swear, the first time I heard that shit, oh, Lord, boy, that shit had me fucking rolling. Yo, this dude went off over that pregnancy test. She said, hey, babe, can you go get my tea? I left it in there on the thing. Oh, he coming back. This motherfucker ain't even say shit. Where my tea at? This motherfucker just went downstairs. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. fuck this, fuck you, fuck all these goddamn kids. I'm out of here. This real? Oh my Lord. My chest. My chest. Oh, damn, that shit was too funny, bruh. I just turned 42. I feel him. Well, you ain't with no baby? You can have a baby right now, man. You still got it in you. Get back strong. 42, man. Your back still strong as hell, bruh. Strong back. Go ahead and put one in there. Put a bun up in the oven. Put a bun up in the oven. I'm 38. That's what I posted. That's what I posted too, yo. At the fucking for the comment. That one line. Oh, you can't see it. That's what I said at the top. I'm 38! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Oh my God, we old. Man, I'm 38. I'm about to be 39. Oh Lord, my side hurt. I still can't get over that one. That one, and what was that other one, yo? The fucking why black people don't teach you how to play spades? Oh my God, that shit was funny as hell too. Why black people don't teach you how to play spades? They just say, you don't know how to play spades real loud, and then tell everybody else, she don't know how to play spades. Damn. You know how many backyard barbecue I had to sit through to become a spade playing OG? I can't lose my reputation. Trying to teach you how to play the damn game. Oh my fucking God, bro. I can see that goddamn brush stroke on that shit, man. I don't like that shit, yo. What the fuck, man? I said I don't want to use that one other brush, man. That's my non-oil brush. That brush has never seen oil paint, and I don't want it to. You what? Oh Lord, hey, you just keep her on the bay. Just keep her at bay, and let her think. Like, we'll talk about it. Let's discuss it. Discuss it in a little while. You've been saying that for 5 years. Well, shit, if I can say it for another 5 more years, hopefully your ass will hit menopause, and then I'm good. Damn. Motherfucker. All right. That one little spot. Then I saw one little spot over here. Just keep fucking with my head, yo. All right. Go get that checkup, bruh. Make sure all them bones are still in place. Clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle.
Affinity presents the Meme Steams.
Better streaming.
I love this.
Don't talk so slow.
It's a snack size ad.
Yep.
So instead of throwing a little bit of paint that was left on here, I just kind of scraped up what was wet and just mix it all together and see if I can. It'd normally turn like brown or gray or some shit like that, especially when you're blending like blues, reds, everything together. So you get like a dark brownish color, and I may be able to use it for a portion of this underpainting. So just seeing if I can salvage some of this paint real quick. You ready? This one of my homegirls. Yeah, she got them curves, boy. Ooh. Oh, thickums. Oh, thick. Real women have curves. Real women have curves.
How do we make our new Jack Daniels Tennessee Rye?
Yeah,
the same way we make every drop of Jack.
That's one of my high school classmates. I drew a picture of her one time before. And then I asked, like, when I first started painting my nude pictures, I literally just asked everybody I know, like, yo, somebody send me some nude pictures, yo. I need some shit to paint. And she sent me some. Sent me a couple of them, but that was the one I chose. Like my homegirl, she comes in and streams sometimes, MB. If you see my homie MB coming here, she sent me some nude pictures. I painted her nude. You can see her boobs though. My homie right here, you can't see her boobs. You can't really see nothing, just the curves on her body. You can see her boobs, but like, you know, it's all covered. Yeah, 'cause I'm a bad motherfucker. Yeah, 'cause I can paint it like no other, man. And it don't go for retail, man. Look at all the details, man. You know he used to sell crack like seashells. Now I paint like, ooh. Can't nobody else tell me that I ain't the shit, boy. Look at what I create. Ain't that some shit, boy? Yeah. And I'm drawing blanks, but I'm still spitting some word like I'm... Oh, let me stop. Dang. Oh, that dank shit. Dank. Yeah. And it can't go for retail. Boy, look at all them details. Yeah. I said them shits like seashells, like Sally at the seashore, but be more. And I tell them they need to be more careful if they step in my sector, man. I got them trajectories that will hit you and penetrate and leave you missing and I hope that you listen and I hope that you don't miss this, cause it sound like a little riddle when I be damn, I keep losing it, man. I must be ain't high enough. This shit right here is fire. Ooh. Yeah, I paint pink flowers and blue dresses. But I'll steal your knock your ass out next. Who's next then? Have you ever painted your wife? Yes, I've painted my girlfriend before. Oh, because I paint pink flowers and blue dresses. I just look for beautiful things. Sometimes how do I get people to draw? Just ask people. That's all you do. I just asked. Like, I saw the photographer's work, and I was like, "Yo, can I use one of your pictures?" And they was like, "Yeah, sure." Or I asked my homies, like, "Yo, can somebody send me some pictures?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." Or I get my own camera and I walk around and I ask these people. I say, "Hey, can I take a picture of you?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." You know, so there's all kind of ways to get pictures of people for drawing. You know, take your own pictures, or ask people to send you some pictures, or ask somebody can you use some pictures they already have. I just ask a lot. The Green Gout. Yeah, this shit is fire. Oh, no. Don't do that.
I love this.
Don't talk so slow.
It's a snack size ad.
Yep.
Oh my god. Those commercials are so I know anyone who's single. Not really. I'm old dude. Like everybody I know, like in relationships. And me personally, I normally don't hanging out with single guys because I'm in a relationship and I know what single guys do. You know what I'm saying? Single guys, they out trying to get some pussy. They have me right out there with their ass like nah. All my homies got girlfriends or married, and all my homegirls, all my female friends, they're either married or in relationships too. Like I don't know a lot of single people. I don't really fuck around with single people. When I'm single, I deal with single people. If I'm in a relationship, nah. The people I hang around, we all need to be in relationships. Because if I want to go out, you know what I'm saying, we can go out as couples sometimes, or like I said, I know if I'm going out with one of my married homeboys, we just going out to hang out. I don't hardly know. All the single people I know are kids. I know single people who are kids, 14, 15, all my little cousins and shit. Motherfuckers in school. Shit, other than that. And then like shit, my older cousins, all those motherfuckers are in relationships now. Most of my younger cousins are in their mid-20s now. They're starting to have kids and stuff. Like one of my other
Shout out ASAP Rocky.
One of my other little cousins just told me the other week. he got his girlfriend pregnant. He like 22. I'm like, damn, son, is you ready for that? Because I was 22 when I got my son's mom pregnant, and I was not ready. At 22, I knew I wasn't ready, and I told her. I was like, yo, we're not ready for this shit. We're too young. But nobody wants to listen to me. No. Don't listen to Trap.
Okay, twerp, and surprisingly...
Motherfucker. Well, this piece is gonna be up next, but I'm gonna get a layer of paint on this one just to get this one started. So this one, so that one there already has one layer of paint on it, and that first layer of paint is already dry, and that's ready to go for the second layer. But before I start working on that piece right there again, I want to get this piece started. This canvas is still just pencil. So I want to get this piece started. and get this one to that point right there, and then once this first layer of paint, while this one is drying, I can be working on that. And then I need to figure out what I'm gonna do after these two. I have some ideas of some things. And I still have yet to look through my camera. Like, seriously, look through my camera. These are just some one-off photos that I've had sitting around in a folder. My keep me busy folder. And there's a few more pictures that are still in there. Not sure if I want to do those yet, but I do want to like I said, I want to look through my camera and see if there's something in there. And I did ask a couple people to do some modeling for me, so hopefully I have some new models soon. And I think I may add an addition to the Readers series, because I think that's going to be my flagship series. I don't think I'm ever going to really stop doing the Reader series. It's like it's never going to be done as long as I keep reading new books or trying to implement some of the literature that I've already read, because I've only done like 7 readers, and I have way more books than that, way more books than I've read than that I wouldn't mind like sneaking into my paintings. Or even like most of the Reader series, they're like directly in your face, so you can actually read the cover of the book. And so there are 3 more that I definitely want to do. I'm thinking I may do like another stack, maybe like oh, that one's not in here, but just have a stack of books. Like, instead of having each individual person, maybe one person get, something like this one. Yeah, you see how he's reading a book and he has a stack of books beside him. So I was thinking about maybe doing it like that, or I don't know, or maybe just having like one person holding one book again. But yeah, this is definitely one that I want to put in my Reader series. Black on Black Violence. The Psychodynamics of Black Self-Annihilation in Service of White Domination. Written by Amos Nelson Wilson, author of The Developmental Psychology of the Black Child. This is probably one of the most prolific books I've ever read in my life. And it's not in the Reader series yet. Not as something in the forefront. But I definitely want to put this cover in one of my paintings. And his book, Blueprint for Black Power, and Michelle Alexander's The New Jim Crow. So, like I said, I still have some more stuff for the Reader series. I just really need to photograph it. I want a young black girl reading this book. I want a young black girl to have this in a portrait. And there is a model that I was talking to, but everybody works and has schedules and kids and jobs and life, and so it's kind of hard for everybody's schedule to synchronize. But yeah, so I don't know. I just thought about like maybe Michelle Alexander's The New Jim Crow have a female reading the book, have a black female reading a book written by a black female. It's not some fucking gangsta hood love story. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that shit.
You would understand. I swear if I talk to God, He would understand.
Not quite that, but it'll feel like it. York, get the sensation.
done.
Liberty versus the tyranny of socialism. You write, we often hear the claim that our nation is a democracy. That wasn't the vision of the founders. They saw democracy as another form of tyranny. If we've become a democracy, I guarantee you that the founders would be deeply disappointed by our betrayal of their vision.
Yes, I think that's absolutely right. If you read the statements by Madison, Jefferson, and Adams, they condemn the idea of democracy. Matter of fact, you don't find the term democracy in any of our founding documents. That is, you don't find the word democracy in the Declaration of Independence. You don't find the word democracy anywhere in the United States Constitution. And if the listeners want further convincing of this, when we talk about when we pledge allegiance to the flag, is it to the democracy for which it stands, or the republic, or the song during the War of 1861? It was the battle hymn of the democracy or the battle hymn of the republic. Now, the founders thought that the idea of majority rule was a form of tyranny, and if you look at the Constitution, if you read the Constitution represents our rules of the game. It's a very it's an anti-majoritarian document. That is, the president is not elected by a majority vote. The president can veto the wishes of 535 people of Congress, and it takes 2/3 to override his veto. So there are many anti-majoritarian aspects of the United States Constitution, which represents our rules of the game. A politician who would rigorously live up to his oath of office to uphold and defend the United States Constitution, he just would not get elected to office by the American people, because what politicians reflect, they reflect the values and views of the American people, that is, those who will elect them to office. Now, some people might say, well, gee, Williams, that's a little bit strong. Well, look, we just might ask ourselves, what would happen to a politician who had the vision of, let's say, James Madison, the acknowledged father of the United States Constitution? And in 1794, Congress appropriated $15,000 to help some French refugees. And James Madison stood on the floor of the House irate, and he said, and I'm virtually quoting him, he says, I cannot undertake to lay my finger on that article in the Constitution that authorizes Congress to spend the money of their constituents for the purposes of benevolence. Now, if you look at the federal budget, 2/3 to 3/4 of it is for the purposes of benevolence. Now, just ask yourself, what would the American people do to a politician, or to anybody running for office, who would make a statement like Madison did, or make another statement? Madison he said that charity is not a legitimate function of government. Now, can you imagine what the American people would do to a politician who said that? And so what I'm saying is that politicians are reflecting the values and views of the people who elect them to office. And unfortunately, the values and views of most Americans are distinct from those of the founders of our nation.
So, Walter Williams, has the Tea Party movement been a positive in your view in American politics?
Well, I think so. It has been it's been a movement, or it's been a group of people who are saying, well, look, let's go back to the Constitution. Let's have constitutional principles. But whether they'll be successful or not is another matter. And keep in mind that, if you look at the founders of our nation, they wanted very, very limited government. If you read in Madison's in Federalist paper, I think it's 45 or 48, And when he was trying to describe to the citizens of New York what was in the Constitution to kind of get the citizens of New he said that the powers that we delegate to the federal government are few and well-defined and restricted mostly to external affairs. Those left to the people and the states are indefinite and numerous. Now, if you turn that upside down, you have what we have today. That is, the powers of the federal government are indefinite and numerous, and those of the people in the state are limited and well-defined.
Liberty versus the tyranny of socialism. You quote Tom Paine, government, even in its best state, is but a necessary evil in its worst state and intolerable.
That is absolutely right. And I think that we Americans should realize and recognize that the history of mankind has been that of arbitrary abuse and control by others. The founders were not perfect, but they tried to move us away from that. And the main enemy of mankind throughout its history has been government. That is, if you look at the 20th century, it's the most brutal century in the history of mankind. I think that something like 60 million people lost their lives in wartime, but that pales in comparison to the number of people who were murdered by their own government. And the number comes up to somewhere close to 100 million people are murdered by their own government. And matter of fact, these statistics are documented in a book called Death by Government. And so it shows that it's a strong argument that that government is the enemy of mankind. Matter of fact, the framers of our Constitution recognize that. Just look at the language of the Bill of Rights. It says things like, Congress shall not abridge, Congress shall not prohibit, Congress shall not disparage, Congress shall not infringe. Now, if the framers did not think that Congress would do these things, why in the world would they put them in? Why would they put that down in the Constitution? And I suggest to people that when we die, and if at our next destination we see anything like a Bill of Rights, we know that we're in hell. Because a Bill of Rights in heaven would be an affront to God. It would be saying, well, we can't trust God, you know. And so the framers recognized that the enemy of mankind was government, but they recognized that we do need some government. And as Thomas Paine was pointing out, that the government is under the best of conditions of the necessary evil. And matter of fact, the whole Second Amendment argument about guns, the right to keep and bear arms, most Americans think that the framers gave us the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms, and wanted to protect our right to keep and bear arms. They think that it was for deer and duck hunting. But the framers actually come out and say to allow Americans to have some kind of defense against abuse of government, and people like Hamilton said things like to allow the American people to protect themselves against their representatives if they are betrayed by their representatives. And who in the world are their representatives? It's the United States Congress. So I think that the framers held a great distrust for government. That Americans today, I think we love government. That is, the average American loves government, and the reason why the average American loves government is because government can do those things for them that if they did the same thing privately, they would go to jail. That is, the government can take my money and give it to you, but if you came up to me with a gun and took my money, you would go to jail. But if you go to Congress and ask them, would you take William's money and give it to me? Well, you know, you don't go to jail, but you have my money. Very low tolerance for the TSA people. I think this was a number of years ago, but one time I was traveling and I had carry-on luggage, and in my carry-on luggage I had an eyeglass repair kit. And this TSA person told me, I could take the screws, but I could not take the screwdriver. And I said, that's stupid as hell. I said, who ever heard of somebody hijacking an airplane with an eyeglass screwdriver? And so he said, wait here. And so his superintendent came up, and the superintendent asked me, and I repeated myself. He said, it's on the list. Either leave it here or you don't get on the plane. And so I would not have gotten on the plane, but the people that invited me had set up a banquet and things like that, and it would have been pretty awful if I hadn't shown up. But I just shown up. But I just don't travel commercially anymore, and now I just travel on the private plane. If people want to have me to give a talk, and it's a very costly proposition, I just will go by a private plane. I just won't deal with the TSA because I'm too old to go to jail, and I'm not as compliant as most of my fellow Americans.
I'm too old to go to jail because I ain't as compliant.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Freedom Project Academy, where we're going to have an overview of my book, To the Victor, Go the Myths and Monuments. Now, a lot of people are going to be very shocked about some of the things that are in this book if they've never been exposed to this sort of thing before. You know, when I went to school, I thought I knew history. You know, I studied history because I wanted to study history. I really liked it. I read a lot of books outside of the normal genre that we got in school, and learned a lot of things that I didn't learn in school, but nothing compared to what I learned after I got out of school. And it really all started when I was in an automobile with 4 other men. We were on our way to a speech. And the fellow that I knew the best in the car, in the back seat, said, you know, my state, he was from Arkansas, just paid off its war bonds. And I thought, well, what's that got to do with anything? But I asked him, because I obviously wanted to be asked, what do you mean war bonds, from Korea? He said, no. I said, from the Second World War? No. Well, when did you buy these war bonds, your state? He said, the Civil War. It had been 100 years, and I did not realize that the North had forced the southern states to buy bonds to pay for the war. And it took them 100 years to pay it off. Not a well-known fact. And so I said to myself, what is it that I don't know about this conflict? And so I started to look at it closer. And the more I looked, the more it led me further back in time, not just to the Civil War, but what caused the war, who caused the war, what organizations were involved, so on and so forth. And I discovered that what I learned in school, quite honestly, ladies and gentlemen, was a myth. And the reasons for the war and the
A well-armed militia. But hell, but anybody can be in a militia, though. The right to keep and bear arms.
I began to understand were done by a particular group of individuals and organizations imported from Europe, specifically to bring about a war. And I don't know about you, but when I go to events and I come home and look at my newspaper or turn on the television, and what I see is not the same event that I was at. They don't quite report it that way. Now, there are some reasons for that. For instance, in an automobile accident, you have 2 witnesses and they're on either side of the street. So one sees the accident from that side, another sees the accident from that side, and they both have a different view. And so sometimes it doesn't look as though they've actually seen the same accident. And that is part of the reason why you get a difference of opinion about certain events. Others, they will look at it based on their education or lack of education. For instance, if a cub reporter is there and he doesn't quite or she doesn't quite understand the candidate, for instance, who's speaking, because they don't have enough background to understand what they're saying, they can skew the whole news story. But then there's a third reason. And the third reason is this. Some of them are deliberately skewing what happened, deliberately skewing what the candidate or the party or the organization stands for, said, so on and so forth. My experience, for instance, in infiltrating Marxist organizations when I was a very young man, showed me that on many occasions...
All right, I'm gonna let that dry. And when that outline dries, I'll come back and put a wash on it. And then when the wash dries, I'll start working on the underpainting. But, oh shit! I didn't know it was 3 hours already. Damn, felt like I was in like maybe an hour. Yeah. Let me get out of here for a while. Peace.